I'm Lori Shaw with Renaissance Periodization. Today I'm going to demo one of my recipes from Something Sweet. That was our All Sweets 50 recipe book that we put out right before holiday season in 2017. So this one is all about texture. So I know a lot of you have played around with casein pudding at night, and even that can go south pretty quick. Because if you add I'm always like at the sink, like adding a tiny bit of water and then stirring and then a tiny bit of water, because it can go really bad really fast. It's weird, the texture of the casein and how it absorbs liquids. So this is one that I played around with a billion times before I feel like I got the right consistency to be cookie dough. And then there always is, like, this is sort of like my extra liquid to try and make sure that I get it just right without going too liquidy or too crumbly. All right, so we're gonna start. So I've got my casein powder in the bowl already. And then I'm gonna add in some coconut flour and almond flour. This is powdered peanuts, so that's gonna be my fat. I'm just kind of stir that together first. So this is just, you know, a kind of a more fun way to have your casein before bed. If you've done the casein pudding to death, if you're bored of casein shakes, I know a lot of you guys like to try to make your food really interesting and something that you look forward to at the end of the day, especially if you just don't love powders. I mean, we get a lot of clients that just don't love the powders. But casein's perfect before bed because it's that slow digesting protein. So it's just the perfect thing for you to have before you go to bed. And so this is just kind of something to break it up, a little bit something different to do. All right, so we've got that all incorporated. I'm gonna add some unsweetened almond milk. Pour all that in. And this is just some sugar-free syrup. And obviously I use the Torani kind. There are other ones out there. I always say, you know, some women buy shoes, I buy Torani. So I have like a massive, embarrassingly large collection because every time they come out with a new flavor, I'm like, oh my God, I have to have that. So it's just a great, I don't use a ton of it. I am a little bit more sensitive to some of the sweeteners than I used to be, but a little bit can go a long way, and especially in something like this. I'm trying not to have it a ton during the day, but in something like this, it can really help with flavor. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and add my nibs and see if that kind of, you know, makes it a little bit more solid. If you want it more liquidy, you can add more of the sugar-free syrup, or you can add more of like unsweetened milk. So I think this is probably about where I want it. You know, if you want it more wet, that's what I would add. If you want it more dry, you could always add a tiny bit more of the flours that we added, or you could add like crunched up cereal, which would be really good, like an amaranth or a spelt flake or something like that. You could always do that. But I think this is ready to go. It still is going to be, again, it's better than a pudding, and it's not a drink. It's just something like a little sinful, makes you feel like you're having cookie dough. So I'm gonna put a little bit of flaked salt on there. Ooh, I got a giant piece right there. It's gonna be awesome. And there you go.